What happens when the reluctant queen must descend into the literal underworld to save the mate who stole her heart, only to discover that the fires of hell are nothing compared to the betrayal waiting above? In Brimstone, the breathtaking, darkly seductive, and utterly addictive second installment of Callie Hart's global Fae and Alchemy phenomenon, listeners are thrust back into the dangerous, magic-drenched world of Yvelia for a narrative so intense it will leave you breathless, fiercely cheering, and desperately turning pages until the very end. Picking up in the chaotic, high-stakes aftermath of the BookTok sensation Quicksilver, the story follows Saeris Fane, a half-fae, half-vampire survivor who never asked for power, yet suddenly finds herself sitting on the throne as the newly crowned queen of the vampires. Her name is now whispered on every court's lips, but the crown she wears feels heavier than the chains she once broke. Saeris doesn't want to rule, but duty, blood, and honor demand her absolute best as an ancient, terrifying darkness begins to wake beneath the kingdom and the very fabric of alchemy turns volatile and deadly. At the center of this storm is her fated mate, Kingfisher, known to his friends as Fisher, a fiercely protective, battle-scarred Fae warrior who would burn the world to ash to keep his queen safe. But when a devastating betrayal and a brutal, seemingly impossible quest threatens to tear them apart, Fisher is left half dead, forcing Saeris to step out of the shadows and fully embrace the terrifying, primordial power of her dual heritage. Callie Hart masterfully crafts a narrative that perfectly balances breakneck cinematic action with a deeply intoxicating, soul-deep romance that simmers with undeniable tension, razor-sharp banter, and profound emotional vulnerability. As Saeris and Fisher navigate a treacherous web of political maneuvering, deadly magical trials, and enemies both old and new circling the throne, they must rely on their fiercely loyal found family to survive. The magic system expands in breathtaking ways, blending dark vampire lore with the raw, unpredictable power of Fae Alchemy, creating a sensory experience that is both beautiful and brutal. For audiobook listeners, this novel is an absolute transcendent triumph. The narrators deliver a masterclass in vocal performance, flawlessly capturing Saeris's fierce, unyielding defiance as she transforms from a reluctant survivor into an unstoppable queen, while perfectly embodying Fisher's rugged, devoted warmth and lethal grace, making every whispered confession, every clash of steel, and every heart-stopping moment of romantic tension feel viscerally real. The pacing is relentless, hooking you from the very first page and refusing to let go until the final glorious sentence. Brimstone is not just a sequel, it is a masterclass in modern romantasy, proving that Callie Hart is a visionary voice in the genre. It is a story about the terrifying, beautiful risk of letting someone in when you are used to fighting alone, and about the undeniable pull of a love that defies the very magic of the world.